Hello everyone. Welcome to another character animation tutorial by Aroha Media. In the past tutorial, you learned how to draw the lip shapes for fundamental sounds like M, A, I, R, E, O, U, L, and F. In this tutorial, we are going to actually make the character talk and synchronize the lip shapes with an audio clip, just like they do in real animation projects. Along with this, you will also learn how to create expressions like eye blinks and hand movements to match the dialogue. As in the lip shapes tutorial, we recommend you have a handy mirror around. As you use the various lip shapes in the tutorial, actually pronounce the sounds and check your own lip shapes in the mirror. Here's the end result we are expecting.
Hello and welcome to this tutorial by Aroha Media. Happy learning!
To begin with, let's open the file having the character and the lip shapes. Now we need to import the audio clip. But before that, create a layer for the audio clip by clicking on the Insert Layer button at the bottom of the layer stack. Let's save the changes by creating a new file with a new name. Always remember this rule. Never work on the original file. Always create a copy. Now, let's import audio clip with the keyboard shortcut Ctrl+R. You can also import an audio file by going to the File menu, selecting Import tab and clicking on Import to Stage. Now Flash needs to know that this is a sound. For this, select the keyframe of the new layer and go to the Properties tab. At the right side of the tab, you can see the label sound with a drop-down menu. Click on the down arrow and select the name of the audio clip. When there are many sounds to work with, you'll find that all the sound files are listed in this drop-down menu. The software now knows that the file you have imported is a sound file and will be able to render the audio. After this, it's time to define the duration of the animation. For this, go to the 1/25th frame and select it on both the layers. Then, press F5 to insert frames. Press the Enter key on your keyboard to hear the clip.
Hello and welcome to this tutorial by Aroha Media. Happy learning!
Here's a pointer for you. Go to the Properties tab. Look at the Sync option there. Right now, the sound is an event. That means you cannot control it. Now, when the lip shapes are synchronized with sound, you have to go word by word, sometimes alphabet by alphabet. This means you must have complete control over the sound. You should be able to stop it or start it, rewind it or forward it whenever you want to. For this, you have to choose the stream option. Now, double-click the boy symbol to enter it. Extend the duration of all the layers till the 125th frame by pressing F5. Since you will be working on this level, you need to have the audio clip here as well. Insert a new layer by clicking the button below the layer stack. Go to the Properties tab and select the name of the audio clip in the sound option. Check whether the stream option is active in the sync box. After this, let's enter the head symbol. Double-click to enter it and extend the duration of all the head parts till 125th frame with the help of the shortcut F5. Here too, you'll need to place the audio clip. As part of working convention, always remember to place the audio on the topmost layer. Let's enter the lips symbol, where the lips synchronization will be actually done. As before, extend its length to 125 frames. Go to the Properties tab and add the audio clip in the sound option and check to see if the stream option is active in the sync menu. Now, let's understand the two main processes that go into lip sync. First, whenever you get the audio clip, listen to it attentively and concentrate on the alphabets like M, L, V, etc. And the vowels like A, E, I, O, and U. It's always a good practice to keep a small notebook handy where you can write down these chief alphabets and vowels in sequence. In the lip shapes tutorial, you have created 8 shapes. When you list the alphabets and vowels, you will automatically be able to choose the lip shape you want there. We recommend you keep a print of the lip shapes chart with you for a quick reference. Second, after you assign a specific shape to the keyframe, always check the Properties tab to check whether the instance is given single frame treatment. Now, why the single frame treatment? In one of the earlier tutorials, you have learned the 3 options available for a keyframe: loop, play once, and single frame. The single frame option calls just the one lip shape you have selected and plays it just once. In lip synchronization, you need to match one lip shape with one sound. When we animate a dialogue, as the words change, the sound changes too. We need just that one lip shape for that one frame. That's why the single frame option is used. Remember, this is a happy face. In the lip shapes tutorial, you created 8 lip shapes for 8 different sounds on 8 frames in a sequence. As you go ahead, you will need to just write the sequence number of frames to call the lip shape. Alright, that was the theory. Now let's see how to actually do it. The character begins to speak from around the 3rd frame. So, go to the 3rd frame and press F6 to insert a keyframe. Here, the word is hello. Let's see what the frame number of the A lip shape is. It's frame number 2. So, open the Properties tab and check whether the single frame option is active. Now, enter the number 2 in the box. Observe that the lip shape has changed. In the same way, for all the words and sounds, you can simply enter the frame numbers from 1 to 8 and get the appropriate happy lip shape in place. Here's a pointer. In this file, you can see that inside the lips symbol, the happy lips and sad lips are on the same layer. Happy lips are from frame number 1 to frame number 8, and sad lips are from frame number 9 to frame number 16. Since you are synchronizing the lips for a happy face, you'll be using the first 8 frames only. If you want to synchronize a sad dialogue, use the shapes from frame numbers 9 to 16. Okay, you have just synchronized the sound A in hello. Now, in the same word, there are 3 other sounds as well. Immediately after the A sound is the R sound, as the character opens its mouth wider. So, go to the 5th frame and press F6 to insert a keyframe there. In the Properties tab, insert the value 3. Next in the word hello are the sounds L and O. Let's synchronize them. Go to the 7th frame and press F6 to insert a keyframe. Since the L is on the 7th frame, enter the value 7 here. For the O sound, go to the 9th frame and press F6 to insert a keyframe there. In the Properties tab, enter the value 5. To check the result, drag the timeline seeker. Observe how the character's mouth shapes are changing. It is clear that the character is now saying hello. Let's see what the next word to be synchronized is. The word is and. Here we have 3 sounds, A and N. The D sound is silent. As usual, go to the particular frame, press F6 to insert a keyframe and then enter the values. For N, enter the value 7. Then for A, insert 2. If you feel that the shapes are coming after the actual sounds, you can select and drag the keyframes back just a few frames. The next word is welcome. Let's identify the sounds to be synchronized. For W, you can use the V lip shape, that is number 8. E gets the A shape, value 2. L gets the value 7. For the come part, input the value 4. And insert the value 3. And the M sound, go for the value 1. Remember that when you are working on lip sync, it is very important to review the animation after every change. When you begin with a lip sync, you should simply concentrate on inserting the right lip shapes in the right sequence. After all the lip shapes are in place, you can later make the required changes. As the tutorial goes closer to the final animation, you'll have to move the keyframes back and forth to fit the dialogue's timing perfectly. You might also have to edit or add some new keyframes for a smoother animating effect. Let's keep checking the result to know where to make the changes. Again, let's hear the audio clip to know the next word. The next word is to. As per our process, first differentiate the sounds. Here, you can detect two sounds. For the sound T, insert a keyframe and give the value 4. For the OO sound, enter the value 6. Drag the timeline seeker to see if this is sounding okay. You can number 4. And at last, to again open the mouth for media, we'll insert two shapes. First, shape number 2, and next to it, shape number 3. Here, we finished with media sound. Lip sync also includes the gaps between the words, where mouth should be either closed or less open. For here, we'll keep it on shape number 2. This is a normal smile face. Next word starts here, that is happy. So for ha, open the mouth little more. Insert shape number 3 for that. Next for P, place shape number 1. It will close the mouth for P. End of the happy sounds like E, so it will take shape number 2. And here we start with the last word, learning. First letter of that L. For this, tongue will be twisted. So, insert shape number 7 for L. Then for that is EA, these two vowels, insert two keyframes with shape number 3 and then shape number 2. Again we need to add shape number 7 for RN. N will be the visible letter. Keep the mirror in front of you to cross-check this word. It ends with shape number 4 to represent ING, that is ing. And insert one more keyframe for shape number 2 to bring back the mouth to normal mode. Play and keep editing the frame numbers for perfect timing. While practicing lip sync, keep in mind that whatever we have done here is not a fixed formula to get an output. As said earlier, you can create your own graphic symbol for the mouth shapes and place it exactly as per the sound pronunciations. It's not necessary to place the lip shapes according to the word spelling, but it depends on the actual pronunciation of the word used. Even some of the mouth shapes can be avoided for silent letters. Suitable shape has to be placed on the required frame. The important thing is that the animation of the lips should be convincing. The best way is to scrub the entire timeline manually to get the exact precision of the sound and use the correct mouth shape. Preview your file as you go along to see if the mouth looks right. Exit the main scene and keep playing the animation for preview.
Hello and welcome to this tutorial by Aroha Media. Happy learning!
Now, our lip sync part has come out well. Next, we are moving ahead onto the body movements. You can say, we are going to make the character act according to the dialogue. Step inside the main boy symbol and let's go through the dialogue once again. Inside this boy symbol, we'll work on the animation. From all the layers, select the 5th frame altogether and press F6 to add new keyframes. Select the in-between frames, right-click and apply motion twin to them. You can even apply motion twin via Twin Options drop-down menu in Properties panel. Now observe carefully. On the 5th frame, we grab all the body parts except the head and squeeze it slightly downward. Grab the head portion individually and move it downwards. It seems like bending forward, and that's what we need. Similarly, insert new keyframes on frame number 11. Grab the body and rotate it using Free Transform tool. Select the head upwards and rotate it in the same body line. Again select the in-between frames and assign motion twin for the smooth movement. At the same time, let the character perform with some hand movements. On the 5th frame, move both the hands slightly off the body. Take care that its shoulder point should be adjusted while rotating. Right now, you will notice that just a single symbol of the full hand which helps us in easy rotation. But inside the hand symbol, you will find 3 different symbols: biceps, forearm and hand. Later on, we'll add some movements for those too. We repeat here that there is no particular rule to work out any animation. You can differ the actions according to your requirements. The method of creating the movement for an animation piece depends on the animator's style and imagination. The acting in every animation depends on the animator and how he decides to make his character act. This tutorial will introduce you the basics of how we can make a character act when he says a dialogue. On the 11th frame, scale up the character head by just 1% to make it look a little closer to the screen. Similarly, scale up the whole body by 1% on the same 11th frame. Enter the boy head symbol and then enter the eye symbol. Inside both the eye symbols, grab all eye blink frames and shift them to start frames. In this way, the eye blink will also match up to the sound. Exit back to the head symbol. Here, insert keyframes on the same timings as inserted in the main symbol, that is, on 5th and 11th frames. Select all in-between frames and give motion tween to them. At the same time, give those frames ease out value of 100 from the Properties panel. This ease out value makes the movement fast to slow for that animation section. We have already seen how to use the ease in and ease out function in earlier tutorials. Outside this symbol, we have moved the face downwards on the 5th frame. So, to make the anticipation of the character stronger, here in the head symbol, select both eyes, nose, eyebrows and lips on the 5th frame and move slightly down. Deselect the lips and shift the rest of the selection a little further down as seen in the video. On the same frame, rotate both the eyebrows. You'll notice that the action looks better. Select both the ears and move them slightly up. Even the hair part too. Here, we are trying to give a 3D effect to the character movements. Such simple movements add more life to the character. You'll notice this especially in the complete animation. In the same boy head symbol on the 11th frame, select the eyes, nose and lips and move them upwards. Select the eyebrows too and shift them higher than the original position. In the boy symbol, you can make out the effective output by simple changes. Drag and check the animation frame by frame. This helps in improving the frame timings as well. Eye blinks are the best example of that. Working with good timing gives you better results. Working out these details takes a lot of time, but the more you experiment, the faster you will get at it. We have completed the hello part of the dialogue. Let's move ahead. Before the next word, we need to settle the character into a normal pose. For that, in the boy symbol, on the 15th frame, create new keyframes and also apply motion tween to them. Keep reviewing the animation just to make sure everything is going the way you have planned. On frame 11, let's rotate the right hand to take it upwards. Its pivot point is already adjusted. So, by default, the hand will rotate from its shoulder. Copy the same keyframe of the right hand on frame number 15. As we have seen earlier, it's time to edit inside the hand symbol. Get inside the right hand symbol where you will notice 3 different layers of 3 parts of the hand, that are bicep, forearm and hand. So firstly, extend all the frames of these 3 layers up to 125, which is the total length of our animation. Add the keyframes at the same frame numbers as per the main boy animation. Even add motion tween between those keyframes. Exit the symbol to examine the exact keyframes we need to work on. Inside the right hand symbol, select the forearm and hand on frame number 5. Rotate those parts, placing the pivot point at elbow joint corner. Copy these keyframes of forearm and hand on frame number 11. Remember to remove the unwanted twin. Now, if we exit and play the animation, the inside hand action is not visible. The answer for this lies in the Property panel. Open the Property panel and change the single frame to play once option for the right hand symbol. Now it enables to view the inside forearm gesture animation here as well. We need to do some more changes in there. So, step inside the hand and then inside the forearm symbol. Extend the frames to the animation length. It's a forearm group, so break it by Ctrl+B. We are preparing for shape twinning. For that, we need to get each part on a different layer. So we distribute the forearm part in 3 different layers. We need to keep the timing of the frames similar. So, insert the keyframes in the same order. Now, before every modification, keep reviewing the main animation actions. In the hand symbol, on the 5th frame, squeeze the forearm. Rotate and set the hand according to that as seen in the video. During all this, you have to go inside the right hand symbol. While rotating on the fifth frame, the hand will be a little closer to the screen. Act it out yourself so you'll find it easier. We are rotating the hands in the same plane in Flash, but we are trying to give it a 3D feel. So on the fifth frame, squeeze the forearm slightly and then scale it up by 1 to 2%. Similarly, scale up the hand on the same frame number. While adjusting, we need to extend the drawing for the hand. We'll do it inside the hand symbol. We are editing it on the same keyframe available. As done in other symbols, right now we are not adding any extra drawings in this hand symbol. First, check the frames outside and observe. On the 7th frame, we need the changes to the hand drawing. So let's do it. Insert a new keyframe on frame 7 in the hand symbol. According to sound hello, you will also feel like adding another pose for the hand. This will create a slight snap in the movement, but it's required. To create that pose, first draw a proper reference drawing for it. For those who do not have an art education background, they'll need to work a little bit on their drawing skills. You need to grasp these basic drawing skills from time to time so that you'll be comfortable in drawing key poses for your character animation. Here, in real time, the hand should change after the 5th frame and will continue till the 11th frame. But if the pose change is drawn on direct keyframes like 5th or 11th, then we'll see a jerk in the animation. To avoid that, we choose the in-between frame number in the hand symbol, that is, frame number 7. On frame number 7, there is ease out value applied in the main animation, which is fast to slow movement. Even the hand action will be in process. In that case, the change of drawing will not show a jerk when the hand is already in motion. We'll change the pose on the 7th frame, and till the 11th frame, this pose will be well settled. These are some smart tricks and techniques in Flash to work out jerky movements. We're almost ready with the hand drawing. We're already providing the best material for your reference. When you get to work on actual production, such hand libraries Here, you will notice some jumbling with the eye blink timing. So let's cross-check inside. Instead of the 20th frame, the eye blink was dropped on the 21st frame. So, bring it back to the 20th frame. Now, both the eye blinks are working well. We are creating some variation in the reused keys. Rotate eyebrows to add different expressions on this word. Even select the face features, those are eyes, eyebrows, nose and lips, and move them slightly up. These variations will reduce the monotonous effect even if we are reusing the keyframes. On the 30th frame, we are scaling down the head by 2%. Check the animation. There are some unnecessary jerk in the left hand at the end of the animation. So, just enter inside that symbol and extend the frames to maximum. Now that jerk won't be visible. Again, select all the face features together and shift a little more up on the 30th frame. Checking the animation key by key is time consuming, but ends up with a very effective result. You can spot any glitches and get them fixed that way. Instead of having mechanical talk, these facial feature movements keeps the character expressive. Scale up the character head by 1%. Grab the whole body and shift it slightly upwards on 30th frame. Rotate the left hand on the 24th keyframe. We are just adding some movement to that hand to modify its stiff look. Enter the same symbol and create new keyframes on the same frame numbers. Here too, reuse the earlier keyframes and apply motion twin as well as 100 ease out. These small modifications give the overall animation a lively effect. For the time being, we are done with all the adjustments except the right forearm and hand. Step inside its symbol and let's sort out this one too. Rotate both the forearm and the hand and match them to the bicep portion. We are doing all these modifications on the 30th frame. Once you feel like through with the changes, review the animation. And the result is up to the mark. This might feel time consuming, but you can see the improved results in the end. We have added well-timed expressions, body movements, and hand actions. You will take time when you are still learning, but things will change once you have experimented with these techniques. The next part of the dialogue is, "Welcome to this tutorial." Press F6 to add keyframes on the 58th and 63rd frames. We can also pick up some of keys that can be reused. So, we get some of them here. Grab and hold Alt key on keyboard to copy the 24th frames and place them on the 63rd frames. Unhold the Alt key after placing the copied frames on your desired location. Remove the unnecessary twins by right-clicking and apply the motion twin between the keyframes on 58th and 63rd frames. Shift the keys on 63rd frame to 62nd place. Even apply 100 ease out value. This value is applied between every twin in the file. We are referring the earlier keys for reuse. So, grab the keys on the 20th frame and paste them on the 68th frame. Place them using the same steps. Remove unwanted twins and assign motion twin to earlier frames. 100 ease out should be applied here too. You can notice some cut areas on these keys. We will adjust them step by step as we did before. Step inside the head symbol and insert the keyframes on the same intervals. We are using the same method as we did in the main symbol animation. Reuse the earlier keyframes for current additional keys. Keep the timing exact to match the movements. Now you'll notice that we have sped up with the animation work. Also, maintain 100 ease out value. Repeat the procedure inside the hand symbol as well. Add and reuse the keyframe of the particular numbers. Yes, this worked out very well. The only part left is the last part of the sound file. Let's hear it once again.
Hello and welcome to this tutorial by Aroha Media. Happy learning!
Last part includes happy learning. Press F6 to insert keyframes on the 96th frame. Review if any of the keys can be reused. Grab all keys on the 62nd frames and hold Alt key on keyboard. Drag and place the copied keys on the 101st frames. Leave the Alt key once the frames are placed on proper location. The other option for this is to right-click on the selected frames, copy and place them on the preferred location. Remove the unwanted twin. Keys are shifted to 100th frames and apply motion twin between the keys. Some more keys we are searching for, which can also be reused smartly. These tricks or techniques give you the same result with minimum use of time. So, here we copy 17th frames and paste them on 106th frames. Also apply motion twin between the keys. Let's start with some modification of these keys. Rotate right hand on the 100th frame. For last sound clip, we are planning to show a waving hand. According to that, we need to modify and match the drawings of reused keys as we did for earlier part. Allot 100 ease out to current motion twin. On 100th frame, we need to modify, so in the main symbol, keep the time frame on the 100th frame and then double click to enter right hand symbol. In here, create new keyframes at the same intervals. As said, we are going to show a waving hand. So, rotate the forearm with the hand in up direction. Stretch the forearm part to maintain its volume. Apply motion twin between the keys along with 100 ease out value. For wave hand, we need a different hand drawing. So, step inside the hand symbol and we have already a hand drawing available in previous keys which can be used. Copy that key and place it on the 98th frame. 98 is the in-between frame number of the actual motion twin keyframes. Drawing change between the motions avoids the noticeable snap. You can view hand action looks very correct when in the motion. Insert keys at 106th frame of right hand symbol. Here, the right hand goes behind the head. So inside its symbol, copy the 10th frames of 106th frames. This creates a proper hand wave action. Still some finishing is to be done. Inside the forearm symbol, create and reuse the keys with same method. hand wave. On 111th frame, pick the forearm and hand. Place its pivot point to the elbow joint and rotate slightly inwards. Give 100 ease out and check out this slight and nice hand wave created. Let's check the full animation in the main scene. We're almost done with 80% of the complete animation. Create additional and last keyframes on 116. Grab the upper body on this key and slightly tilt it, keeping the pivot point at the bottom center. Apply motion twin and unchanged ease out value of 100. We have maintained this ease out value throughout the file. Add slight rotation to head on the last key
Hello and welcome to this tutorial by Aroha Media. Happy learning!
Even for the last few keys, character expressions are to be added. So, inside the head symbol, insert keyframes at the same intervals. At the same time, apply motion twin as well as ease out value. Now, on the middle key, pick all facial features and shift them a little down. Now we get up-down movement here. Similarly, for the last section, we have not added a blink. Inside both the eye symbols, copy the blink frames and place them on the exact last section frames. We are copying the blink frames with the same method of drag and drop holding the Alt key. Done. Now, if you remember, earlier we moved the right hand layer above the shirt layer. But for some actions, we need that to go behind the shirt layer. So to do that, let's see what we did. Watch it carefully as it's a very important part of the animation. We selected the whole layer of that hand, right-clicked on the frames, and selected Copy Frames. Then, we got here a new Flash file and pasted that copied layer in here. In the library, modified all symbol names. Here, instead of changing whole name, you can just vary the names by adding one single alphabet. Again, cut all the frames by right-clicking and in our animation file, paste those frames on new layer above boy_neck layer. Now, lock all the layers except that new layer. Some modifications are to be done inside this new layer. Renaming of the symbols helped not to replace earlier symbols available in this file. So, modifications done here won't affect the animation done. Step inside the new right hand symbol. We don't want this inner side portion to be visible in the animation. So, simply right-click on that layer and put it on Guide. Even guide the bicep layer and forearm layer too. So finally, we are done with the character lip sync, character expressions and character action according to the sound clip. You can choose any of your favorite character and sound clip to work on. You can include couple of your own tricks and techniques to get the best output. Hope this tutorial helped you. Thank you for watching this tutorial presented by Aroha Media. Keep practicing and be ready for the next lesson.